Konexial is rolling out an update to the app, and with it, a few workflow changes. In this quick walkthrough, we'll show you exactly what's new and how these updates will slightly adjust your current process so you can stay efficient and up to speed.
When you log into the Konexial system, you will be presented with an option to start your day, view your previous day's logs, or use that quick start day option. The quick start day will take you to the exact truck and trailer that you have used previously, but will present you with the same workflow that the standard start day workflow will. When I click the start day workflow, that is going to take me to the truck that I am going to drive. This will present me with my most recently used truck. If I do not need this truck or I need to select from a list, I will click the other button. In this scenario, I'm going to use the 1194. And as you will see, I am taken to a summarized version of my workflow. So going through this, I will add my trailer by clicking the Add Trailer option. Similar to the truck, this will present me with my most recently used trailer. By clicking Other, I will be presented with the list of trailers that are available to me. To add the load that you are delivering, you can click the plus button under Loads. That will present you with the Add New Load function. By clicking on that, you can create a new load, which will allow you to add the bill of lading number, the shipping ID, and any images, or you can select Add from Dispatch Loads to see your list of dispatch loads from the back end of the system. I'm going to create a new load and add the bill of lading number by clicking on that field. At this time, I can click Save, and that is part of my day. By clicking Continue, that will take me back to my workflow, at which point I'm going to change myself into an on-duty status so I can perform my pre-trip inspection. If you need to change your duty status for whatever reason, I can click the Change button here, where I can activate an exception, I can go into a sleeper berth, or I can select off duty again. At this point, I will complete my pre-trip inspection. By clicking the Add button under Pre-trip DVIR, that will present a list of previously added defects to the truck that I am driving. By clicking Add Defect, I can go through a list of different categories, or I can click View Checklist to see that broken out into each individual part of the truck. At any point, I can click Inspection Completed. As a reminder, this is on a timer, so the system will record how long this pre-trip inspection takes. Additionally, this pre-trip inspection will be automatically annotated as part of your daily logs. Before I click Start Session, I can confirm my trailer number, I can confirm the load that I'm delivering, I can confirm my duty status, and all of the defects. Upon clicking Start Session, I will be presented with the statement that says, "You can drive when ready." At this point, I can begin my day and start driving. At any point in your duty day, if you need to update your load status or add an additional load, you can either swipe down from the clock's view and click the Add Loads, or along the bottom of the application, you can click the Loads button. Both screens will take you to the option to click Status, where you can mark if you are inbound, you can mark if you arrived at the origin, departed, arrived, and then ultimately if that load has been delivered. From this same screen, I can add any notes, or I can upload any documentation. Documentation can come from a saved file on my phone, or I can take a new photo using my phone camera. If I want to add a new load, all I need to do is click that Add New Load at the bottom. And similar to my beginning of the day workflow, I can create a new one, or I can add from a list of dispatch loads. At the point in your day when you're ready to take a break, depending on the screen you're in, you're going to want to find the Take a Temporary Break option. If you're starting from the clock screen, just a reminder to swipe down to be presented with that. By clicking Take a Temporary Break, you will be presented with the type of break that you are taking. If it is a rest break, a meal break, or a split sleeper break, those will be critical in order to track your break time, your meal break time, if you are in a state that requires those, or annotate that split sleeper birth status. Once I select my break type, that will switch me into that sleeper status in this case. The other way of managing this is always by clicking the duty status that you see in the bottom right-hand corner. By clicking sleeper, I can go into off duty from here and add that same list of annotations. At the point in your day where you need to switch your vehicle, you will need to swipe down from your time clock and be presented with this list. On this list, I'm going to click the change vehicle. This will take me through my end of vehicle inspection, so I can confirm any loads that I have delivered, and I can add that post-trip inspection for the truck that I was just in. Once that is all complete, I will be presented with the next vehicle that I'm going to drive. From this screen, I will select the vehicle in the same process that I was handling it previously. That will then present me with that same beginning of the day workflow to add the trailer, to add a pre-trip inspection, and start my session. When you're ready to end your duty day, you're going to swipe down on your clock so you're presented with your list of options. From here, I will click the End Day option. This will give me my end of day checklist that looks similar to my beginning of the day checklist. Depending on what my end of day looks like, I may need to mark my loads as delivered. In order to do that, I can click the Change button and update that status. Your status options may look slightly different depending on your carrier's configuration. Once that is complete, you will need to add your post-trip inspection. Similar to the pre-trip inspection, this will automatically be annotated on your logs. By clicking Inspection Completed, I will see the 14 defects there, signifying that I have completed that inspection. My last steps will be to change my duty status. From here, I can put myself into sleeper, or I can go into that off-duty status. You will need to add an annotation to be added to your logs. By selecting rest break, I am now in off duty, and depending on my structure, I will also want to certify my day. In order to certify my day, I can open up my rods and click Certify Records. There is an option to recertify logs if anything changes. At this point, I have completed my end of day checklist, and I can click End Session. That will give me the indication of when my 10-hour rest is up, and I will be presented with the list again to start my duty day over.
Thanks for taking a few minutes to walk through the updated workflow in the Konexial driver app. If you have any questions, our team is here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the road.